This is the Go Diaper Free podcast with Andrea Olson, Session 1. Let's get those diapers gone.
Welcome to the Go Diaper Free podcast, where we're all about teaching you how to stop changing diapers starting at birth. And now your host, her son was diaper free at 9 months old, Andrea Olson.
Thank you. In our first episode of the Go Diaper Free podcast, we are going to chat about why parents are going diaper free. What are the benefits of doing elimination communication with our babies? And what pushes parents over the edge of doubt into a world of possibility? A world where babies don't have to depend 100% on diapers, and neither do we. I'm Andrea Olson, and I'm your host for the Go Diaper Free podcast. Welcome. As you've probably heard, there is a thing called diaper free catching fire in the media and in our communities. For some, it's a wacky, crazy idea that leaves images of babies peeing in between cars in New York City. For others, it's the best thing since sliced bread, and they become very evangelistic about it. So you see all these extremes. I mean, come on though, not having to deal with diapers for as long. Count me in. Cynics and naysayers aside, this podcast is for those who want to learn about going diaper free. It's for those who have heard about elimination communication, which is commonly called EC, and want to give it a try. It's for those who are already practicing EC and want to learn even more about this intriguing and effective alternative to full-time diapering. And this podcast is for those who are curious. If you're vastly opposed to the idea and practice of EC, you'll probably get bored, and I'm not here to convert anyone, so if you're hoping I'd try, sorry. I am here, however, to give the best advice, insight, and guidance I can muster to those who need more information about EC so they can go diaper-free with ease. And that is that. So yes, I am. As most of you know, I practiced EC with my son from birth. He was out of diapers at 9 months and totally competent by 17 months. I only dealt with 1 week of poopy diapers. I did EC for countless reasons, the top of my list definitely being to avoid said poopy diapers. Honestly, I never wanted that experience. I never felt good about checking a baby's diaper by sniffing their butt. Not for me. Next, I wanted my son to feel heard and respected. I wanted to help him with something he was asking for but needing help with as a newborn. And I really wanted to minimize my environmental footprint and leave the earth better than I found it for him. So that's why I went diaper-free, which, by the way, diaper-free doesn't mean naked babies peeing everywhere. It means free from the exclusive dependence upon diapers. Or more plainly, that if the diaper supply were to suddenly run dry, we'd all be diaper-free and using other means to take care of our baby's waste. We'd no longer be dependent upon them. So, I asked my consort of worldwide readers and those I mentor why they choose to do EC, to go diaper-free. There are so many, so let's just chat briefly about the top 18 of them. Number 1, use less diapers. A few people do EC completely diaper-free from the get-go. Those who use diapers as a backup, which is the majority, might use the same disposable or cloth diaper for hours on end or all day. Either way, if you look at the overall impact of being completely finished with diapers at age 1 or 2, instead of age 3, 4, or even 5, you can imagine how many diapers that will save you. Which leads us to number 2, save money. If you save diapers, you will save money. Simple enough. And if you practice EC using my quick EC cloth diapering method, you'll need less gear and will save even more money. We're talking $75 total versus $3,000 over the span of a 3-year-old's life. Number 3, pave the way to easier potty training, or otherwise known as potty independence. Ultimately, if you maintain your baby's instinct to not soil herself, you, or her bed, and as a byproduct, you build trust with her by showing her you'll take her to the potty when she asks, your ultimate goal of a potty-independent child will be more easily and quickly within reach. When it comes time for total potty independence, your teamwork will have paid off. The final stages will be smoother. On the other hand, if you teach her to go in her pants, you will then get the honor of teaching her that, oops, we shouldn't go in our pants, but in the potty instead. So that would obviously make potty training harder, more confusing, a royal struggle sometimes. Don't get me wrong here, doing EC in modern society does not necessarily guarantee you early potty independence. Every baby is unique, develops at her own pace, every parent is unique. Also, we lack the tribal community support that Indigenous people are blessed with. Everyone pitches in and early potty independence is just the norm there. However, Know that many babies do finish earlier with EC than if conventionally potty trained. I mean, the national average right now in the US is 3 years, so you'll definitely be done before then. The fourth reason why parents are going diaper-free is to deepen connection. Every single parent I've helped who has practiced EC and enjoyed it has reported experiencing a deeper connection with their baby. EC is just one more way to respond to the variety of babies' communications. You're building trust and you're enhancing your parent-child connection. In this way, EC is in alignment with attachment parenting principles as well. The fifth reason people are going diaper-free is to save time. This might sound counterintuitive, but if you set yourself up for success by making it easy to quickly remove and replace clothing, if any, and if you're catching those obvious "I need to poop soon" signals, and thus avoiding splatter butt in the diaper and all over the baby and his clothes and whatever he was sitting on and you will save time. Number 6, lessen mess. On the same line of thought, if you've ever cleaned the rear end of a baby who's just pooped, you know what I'm talking about. I cannot guarantee that you will rid yourself of poopy diapers forever. However, most ECing families joyfully avoid the majority of them. Many parents who EC or not can tell when their baby is pooping. That obvious face or stare or grunt. The odds of catching poops are on your side. When you get good at catching poos, you'll save yourself the gross work of cleaning up a splattered rear. EC also lessens mess beyond the bum. It's more hygienic for baby, for the household, and the parents too. Many ECing parents don't own a smelly diaper pail and find it easier to clean up after baby in these ways. And boy, do their babies smell great all the time. You might think that by doing infant potty training, you'll get peed and pooped on more often, but my friends who diaper their babies report that they get dirty just as often as I do. Lastly, cleaning up little newborn and tiny baby messes is way better than cleaning up big toddler messes. They just make bigger, messier, smellier waste. Let's not go there. Moving on to number 7. This is a big reason most parents are going diaper-free these days is to lessen the environmental impact. All right, guys, Wikipedia says 27.4 billion diapers are buried in U.S. landfills every year. That makes them the third largest single consumer item in the landfills. It's estimated they take 250 to 500 years to decompose each, but no one really knows for sure. Since disposable diapers were invented in the late 1950s, that means that every single disposable diaper that's ever been thrown away still lies exactly where it was buried, full of waste, practically intact. Yuck. Add in the amount of water and detergent used to wash cloth diapers every year, the petroleum to run diaper service delivery trucks, the chemicals, water, and petroleum used to manufacture all types of diapers, and the associated gear, like pull-ups, disposable stuff made of plastic, you've got a big environmental problem. By reducing the number of any kind of diaper you use over the potty learning life of your child, by taking less time to complete potty independence, or by lessening or eliminating your day-to-day use of diapers, you directly impact the environment. By choosing EC, you make a difference. So, you might be wondering, what does 27.4 billion diapers look like? Well, they weigh about 3.4 million tons, which equals about 3.4 million Volkswagen Beetle cars, or about 485,714 gigantic 7-ton, 14,000-pound African savanna elephants. That is the world's largest land mammal times 500,000 each year into landfills in the United States alone. Do the math. EC is definitely great for the environment. Number 8, EC helps with breastfeeding. Did you know that breastfeeding babies typically pop off the breast when they need to pee or poop? It's really hard to eat and potty at the same time. Unfortunately, most women and lactation consultants incorrectly interpret this popping off as a sign of oversupply, overactive letdown, or low milk supply, some serious breastfeeding problems. This misinterpretation contributes to lots of misdiagnoses of lactation issues, when the core of the popping off could be just a simple signal the baby needs to go potty somewhere other than your lap. Additionally, some moms stop the feeding when the baby pops off and they miss the opportunity to fully nourish him. You might have better success at giving your baby a full tummy if you pause to potty then resume the feeding. The 9th top reason that people are going diaper-free is to explain some unexplained fussiness and colic. When my baby was fussy as a newborn, 9 times out of 10 he was telling me he needed to potty. Boy, did I learn fast. Somewhere between a third and a half A baby's cries and fussiness actually mean I need to go. Please help. Some babies are labeled colicky when really they are just being persistent and adamant about telling you that they don't want to go in their pants. And number 10, avoid diaper rash. With EC, the baby doesn't become accustomed to going in the diaper and sitting in moisture and feces all day long, and thus diaper rash and other infections caused by unsanitary stuff directly on their skin are less likely. With EC, if you also dry any wet areas prior to replacing any diaper backup, you may avoid diaper rash altogether. Diaper-free time is a time to heal. And the 11th reason is to avoid constipation. The classic EC position to hold a baby to potty is a deep squat. Babies have a really difficult time pooping, and they strain much more while they're laying in a horizontal position. Coincidentally, our body's elimination systems were designed to work well with this deep squat. 12th reason, lessen frustration. The baby cries and you try to unravel exactly what is he asking for. Is he hungry, tired, cold, hot, teething? Does he need to pee? If you figure out the meaning of just one of these various cues, you can save your baby and you a ton of pre-verbal frustration. Oh, that's the noise he makes when he's about to pee. Got it. As time goes on, baby trusts that you know what he needs and you're going to help him. As a result, his cries become less intense, quieter, mellower. Using elimination communication is also less frustrating for the child versus conventional toilet training, which can be very confusing after years of dependence upon diapers. And now that I mention it, conventional toilet training is also frustrating for the parent. Whether you're potty training boys or girls, frustration intensifies from ages 2 to 5. Number 13, get to know your baby and his body. If you know your baby intimately in as many ways as possible, your knowledge will give you incredible gifts down the line. Knowing what goes in and what comes out, when and how often, has big benefits. You'll be more in tune with any upcoming illnesses and developmental milestones, possible nutrition issues, allergy issues, breast milk supply issues, and the personality development taking place in your child. Some e-seeing parents have even detected UTIs, urinary tract infections, earlier in their babies than they would have otherwise with a doctor. So doing EC gets you in touch with your baby's body so that you begin to know what is normal and what is not. And the 14th top benefit, baby gets in touch with his own body. They also get the opportunity to explore their own bodies when they're diaper-free, especially the private parts. This helps baby develop a healthy sexual identity and perspective. It prevents the development of shame around her genitals and ultimately her sexuality. Now, many children have come to believe that their private parts are gross or dirty, the source of these thoughts being years of wearing their toilet over that area and our reactions to changing their soiled diapers. Number 15, improve communication. As you learn your baby's cues and respond to them, your shared communication loop improves. EC adds another opportunity to build good communication skills as the baby receives confirmation that what I express has value and I deserve a reply, which encourages them to communicate more. Throw baby sign language into the mix and enjoy the budding conversations. Number 16, build self-esteem. EC babies feel good about themselves because when they cry out for help, their parents respond and try to help them. This makes babies feel valuable, that they belong in the world, and they are worthwhile. When the young toddler gains mastery over the whole pottying process, his self-esteem skyrockets. Number 17, you get to see that bare baby bottom more often. Now, who doesn't want to see and squeeze an adorable, clean, beautiful bare baby bottom more often? My personal favorite benefit of doing EC is that I got to see my baby's naked bum all the time, or most of the time, and it was soft, healthy, and smelled so good. I wasn't afraid of having him without a diaper. I can't imagine life without having been through that. Now remember, diaper-free doesn't mean naked all the time. It means using the diaper as a tool and not relying on it 100%. But yeah, there are lots of baby bottom moments, and I loved every one of them. And number 18, have more fun. Making faces in the mirror as she pees into the sink, singing potty songs as you each sit on your potties together, going in nature together. How exciting! Babies follow us around, wanting to learn how to be a grown-up human. When we engage in this activity together and build connection on this level, parents and baby all have more fun. And here's just a few more benefits. With EC, you can explain mysterious sleep issues. Babies often wake because they need to pee or can't settle in a wet diaper. You can travel lighter. You won't need all those bulky diapering supplies, but you might need to bring along a portable potty. You can lessen future discipline challenges. You can increase the mobility, motor skills, and the possibility of earlier self-dressing. You can decrease power struggles, especially diaper changing struggles. You can understand some hyperactive behavior when it's actually they're not being hyperactive because they're bad. They're being hyperactive because they need to pee. And lastly, you can teach the child to let go versus hold it. So there you have it. A little over 18 reasons why parents choose EC and diaper-free over conventional diapering and toilet training. Now, I will provide a transcript for this episode as well as links to anything I may have mentioned in the show notes, and they can be found at godiaperfree.com/session1. That's the number 1. Please pay me a visit over there to learn more about EC. I am known for making things dummy-proof, so don't be intimidated. Come have a gander. Also, it would be a great help if you could please share what you think about my show in the iTunes review section. I am new at this, and I only want to improve. I would really appreciate your feedback and your support. So if there's something that you'd like for me to cover on this podcast in a future episode, please let me know by emailing me at andrea@godiaperfree.com. No matter where in the world you are, if you have something you want me to address, please write me. Now, next week, we are going to dive right in with episode 2, What is EC Part 1? I'm shooting for all future episodes to be 15 minutes or less, so you can squeeze them into your busy day. Future episodes will cover brief how-tos, philosophy, beginner and advanced material, interviews, lots and lots and lots of troubleshooting, and real parent stories, struggles, and successes, all developed through my many years of helping parents just like you start and maintain a successful EC practice with their babies. So please subscribe to this podcast so you won't miss a single episode. See you next time, and thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening to the Go Diaper Free podcast at godiaperfree.com.